The ocean holds secrets that most of us will never know. Tales whispered by crashing waves and carried by the salty winds. Today, I want to share one such tale with you. It's the story of a ship that haunts the seas and the men who dared to defy the powers of the deep. A legend tells of a brave mariner named Hendrik van der Decken, also known as the Dutchman, who was a fierce captain whose determination knew no bounds. Sailing across the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean during the peak of his career, he commanded a majestic vessel equipped with cannons and boasting a sturdy build designed to withstand the ocean's fury. Now in those days, rounding the Cape of Good Hope was considered a perilous adventure. Sailors believed that the cape held mystical powers, and many a ship had been swallowed by its wrath. But our daring captain, the Dutchman, scoffed at these superstitious beliefs. He was a man of science and reason and would brook no nonsense. When his crew suggested avoiding the cape due to the raging storm, he firmly dismissed their concerns. He believed that with his ship's strength and his exceptional navigational skills, they would emerge victorious against the elements. As the storm intensified, the crew continued to implore the captain to alter their course, but he remained resolute. And so they sailed on, battling the mighty waves and howling winds, until they were mere moments away from rounding the treacherous cape. Suddenly, the captain noticed something peculiar. The wind, which had been their greatest adversary up until this point, had mysteriously vanished. Silence descended upon the ocean as if holding its breath. In that eerie stillness, the captain realized that the storm had momentarily ceased its wrath. Seizing this unexpected break in the tempest, the captain ordered the crew to furl in their sails, preparing to ride out the storm. As the men scrambled to obey, a deep sense of foreboding washed over the captain. He looked up at the darkened sky and felt a chill run down his spine. It was almost as if the ocean itself was watching them, waiting to make its move. And then it happened. Just as the ship lost momentum, the wind, as if awakening from a slumber, returned with a vengeance. The sea roared back to life, crashing over the deck and whipping the sails. With renewed ferocity, the storm seemed to mock their efforts, taunting them with its unyielding power. And then the captain saw it, a massive wave rising in the distance, growing larger with every passing moment. It was a rogue wave, a towering giant of the sea, and it was heading straight for their ship. The captain knew that if this wave crashed upon them, it would surely be the end. With a heavy heart, he ordered the crew to brace themselves, knowing that their fate hung in the balance. The wave crashed down, but somehow their ship held firm. However, in that moment of impact, something gave way within the vessel. A crack appeared in its side, and with each passing moment, water began to pour in. The ship was taking on water, and their fight for survival was far from over. Despite their ship's perilous condition, the captain refused to give up. With gritted teeth and a determined look in his eye, he rallied his crew, urging them to keep bailing out the water and making repairs. But as the hours passed, it became clear that their efforts were in vain. The damage to the ship was too extensive, and the relentless waves kept pouring in. The men huddled together on the deck, sharing their final moments. The captain, with a deep sense of regret, realized that his stubbornness had led them to this point of despair. He had defied the warnings of his crew and the wisdom of those who had sailed these waters before. As the icy waters closed in around him, he understood the true cost of his ambition. The vast ocean that had been their lifeblood now threatened to swallow them whole. The legend tells us that the captain and his crew perished aboard the ship, lost forever to the unforgiving depths. Their souls trapped within the vessel that had become their watery grave. But here's where the story takes a turn into the realm of the supernatural. For the people living along the coast began to see the ghosts of the ship from time to time. Some fishermen claimed to hear the ghostly sounds of cannons firing and the mournful cries of the wind. As the apparition drew closer to shore, others swore they could see the faint glow of lanterns moving in a rhythmic pattern, as if signaling their distress. It was as if the ship and its crew were forever doomed to wander the seas, searching for a way to escape their watery prison. People started believing that seeing the ghost ship meant bad luck was on its way. Whether it was a storm brewing or a loved one passing away, the Flying Dutchman had become an ominous harbinger of misfortune. Then came the rumors that anyone who encountered the ghost ship would suffer the same fate as its crew, forever bound to the sea. These tales spread like wildfire, capturing the imaginations of sailors and land dwellers alike. Some say the Flying Dutchman is a warning to those who dare to challenge the ocean's might. Others believe it's the restless spirits of the crew seeking solace or revenge. The truth remains shrouded in mystery, lost to the mists of time and the crashing waves. Now, over the years, stories of the Flying Dutchman have popped up all over the world. There was the Mary Celeste, an American merchant ship found abandoned at sea with no crew on board. Then there was the Urong Madan, a ghost ship that sent out a chilling distress call before disappearing. Each of these tales adds another layer to the enigma of the Flying Dutchman, leaving us to wonder about the unseen forces that may be lurking beneath the surface of our world. It's important to remember that these are just stories, legends passed down through generations of sailors and those fascinated by the mysteries of the sea. However, there's a grain of truth hidden within each tale, a reminder of the raw power of nature and the human spirit's enduring fascination with the unknown. For example, there was a real ship called the Amsterdam, which sank off the coast of South Africa in 1790. It was a Dutch East India Company ship carrying valuable spices when it ran into a violent storm. Just like the Flying Dutchman, it was never seen again. Over the years, stories of the ship's demise and its ghostly appearance have become intertwined, creating a captivating legend that continues to fascinate us today. So when you hear the haunting tale of the Flying Dutchman, let your imagination run wild and embrace the mystery. Who knows? You might just discover a deeper truth about the world around us and the stories that shape our understanding of it. In speaking of fascinating tales, do you have a maritime myth or legend that keeps you up at night? Maybe you've heard stories of mysterious lights dancing on the horizon or of phantom ships sailing through the mist. I would love to hear your stories. And who knows, maybe we can uncover some of the deepest secrets of the ocean together. So share your thoughts below, and let's dive into the world of maritime mystery and intrigue. Now I'm curious, have you ever witnessed anything strange or unexplained on the water? Perhaps you've seen an eerie mist rolling in, or heard the faint sound of a ship's bell echoing across the waves. Or maybe you've even spotted a ghostly figure standing at the edge of the horizon. If you've experienced anything unusual on the water, I encourage you to share your story below. Your first-hand account could help unravel some of the ocean's most perplexing mysteries, and who knows? Maybe even shed light on the legendary Flying Dutchman. Who knows? Together, we might be able to solve some of the ocean's most perplexing puzzles. In addition, if you're eager to learn more about the enigmatic Flying Dutchman and other maritime mysteries, I highly recommend checking out the related content. You will find more intriguing tales that will keep you on the edge of your seat and wondering about the secrets that lie beneath the waves. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of maritime mysteries. Till next time, stay curious, stay open-minded, and keep an eye on the horizon, because you never know what wonders or mysteries the sea might reveal. Thanks for watching.